Hello and welcome. My name is Cambell and this is Spiral Up, where we talk about practical things you can do to raise your vibration every day. And today I wanted to talk about something that hasn't really been spoken about for a while, and that is forgiveness. So let's get into it. Okay, so forgiveness. Now, I was actually watching a video by Christopher Sideris, and I'll leave the link below in the description. Go across, check out his work, give him a like, a subscribe. He's doing some good stuff. And he was actually talking about a video that I made and a few things, and he went into forgiveness. And I've forgotten exactly what he said, but it was interesting because we haven't really spoken about forgiveness for a little while. It's, since this whole new, reality has come in, there's been a lot of, finger pointing and sort of, they're wrong, I'm right, the enemy, we're sort of falling back into this, pointing the finger mentality. And of course, when we point the finger at what we don't like and we focus on it, we give it energy. And this is what these things want. These parasites, they want energy. It's like, and they don't care what kind of energy it is. So it's like, a child when they act up badly, just to get attention, even if it's bad attention. So these parasites, they just want our attention. And this is what we're doing when we're pointing at it and saying, that's the problem. We're giving them attention. So maybe another way that we could go would be forgiveness. Now, this is obviously talked about in pretty much every, theosophy, philosophy, religious doctrine. They all talk about forgiveness. And forgiveness is, it's maybe not what we've been taught it is, because forgiveness it's a completely personal thing. It's actually got nothing to do with the other person. So when you forgive someone, they don't need to know that you've forgiven them for you to have the effects. Like I said, it's a personal thing. So as far as, forgiveness in the situation that we're in, starting with, the people with the things on their faces. Now, of course, if they're not, interacting with you, if they're just there, then, definitely we shouldn't be, pointing fingers and thinking bad energy, because when we think bad thoughts, that energy, again, just like forgiveness, it's inside us. They don't know that you're sending bad energy or whatever, unless you're good at it, and they might turn and look at you. But that's just going to affect us negatively when we do this, and this is the problem. And so with forgiveness isn't walking around saying, "Oh, I forgive you, you have sinned." It's just, look, I understand that you're in a bad place. You're full of fear. You're scared, and you're doing what you think is the right thing. This is what they're doing. They're not actually, putting these things on their face to intimidate us. They're doing it because they're trying to. They believe it's the right thing to do, and for everyone and for their health, they believe. The deal. They believe the line. But that's no reason for us to get all pointy fingery and build up bad energy. Okay, let them do their thing and understand. And that's the forgiveness there. That's, okay, I understand where you're coming from. I wish you the best with your life. Now, if someone's getting in your face about it, why aren't you wearing a mask? That's a different situation. But again, if we react, with anger, like, how dare you, that's just going to create more bad energy and escalate the problem. If we react with forgiveness, if we come from a place of understanding and trying to understand that they're in fear and they're reacting, they're not acting, they're running this program, and it's not 100% their fault. We know the deal down here. We all get programmed, and some people see it, some people don't. So it's basically, what I'm saying is, don't turn into them. Take the higher road, the higher path of forgiveness. And if you stand there and in forgiveness, you'll find that situation will diffuse very quickly. where is if you start to fight and point fingers and yell and scream, it's only going to get worse, and that this is the bad energy that's created that we don't want. So forgiveness, and as far as the big picture as well, these ones that are enforcing this and at the top, it's the same thing. If we focus on their bad, we know what they're doing, but what we need to focus on is solutions. This is the thing with information. You look at something and you say, okay, that's bad. I don't like that. I want to change that. And that's all you need to know. Then you focus on solutions and the bad stuff. You don't give it energy. You don't focus on it. Where attention goes, energy flows, and what we focus on grows. And that's the deal. Literally, like, if you think of it like, there's a ball here and there's energy shooting out your head at it when you think about it, and it makes it grow. It gives it energy. It gives it substance, and it gets bigger. And this is what's going, with all this finger pointing and all this, they're the problem and they're the problem. And look, I've been guilty of it myself. Definitely. I'm not saying, that I'm innocent or anything. I definitely need to look at this as well. And it's with everything I talk about. I'm learning as well, guys. This is a journey that we're taking together. Like, I'm not coming from a place of, oh my gosh, I'm so awesome, be like me, This is a journey. So when I talk about things, don't think that please don't think I'm a guru, because I'm not. But yeah, so forgiveness, it's something that it's just really been out of our consciousness, hasn't it, for the last, at least a year since this whole craziness started. It's turned into this finger pointing. And when you look at it with the helicopter view, when you go up and look down on it with a bigger perspective, you can understand all this finger pointing and hatred and them. This is bad energy. This is energy, and this is what they feed off. And this is creating more of the same. So we need to be smarter, and we need to cut that. And a good way to do it is forgiveness. Like real forgiveness. We just, as humans, we tend to hold on to things a lot. Things in our past. Things that, we perceive a certain way. And look, when it comes down to it, you can't prove, it's impossible to prove that you weren't created 10 minutes ago with all the programming and all the memories implanted. You can't prove that. Like, you just can't. So this is the thing. The past is a teacher, not a prophet. All these things in the past, they're just there to teach us how to do things better, how to avoid making mistakes, how to, go forward on our path towards what we want. And remember, guys, they're all mistakes. They're not mistakes, mistakes. It's just saying, try again, do it better this time. So forgiveness, forgive yourselves as well, guys. Remember that we're all humans. We've all been born just into this crazy realm as babies. Now, it seems pretty, sporadic, where we end up as children and what we get taught, because of clearly what you get taught is your program, and that sort of depicts how you, or at least how the first part of your life goes. So understand that, this is all, there's other people involved. If things go wrong and you have a mistake, it's not bad and it's not 100% your fault. It's just, and this is the whole thing, thinking that it's a fault and it's a bad thing, that's the problem. It's just growing. It's just obstacles. It's just overcoming. It's just learning. And remember, this is what everyone else is doing. All the people with this on, they've been believing the idiot box. And by us pointing at them and going, you're an idiot, that's just going to give them more validity in their thoughts to say that we're crazy and they're right. But when we come across with, empathy and forgiveness and that kind of energy, well, then we show them that we're quite normal and we're good people, and that's going to help them go to our side. And of course, people are waking up as well. We need to be the change we want to see. So yeah, forgiveness. I think it's really, I'm going to have to touch on it again. I just really wanted to bring it up. Like I said, Christopher, I'll leave his link below. Go check out his channel. He was talking about it, and he also, I just want to mention this quickly. I was talking about spells and spelling and words, and basically I said, you can walk up to someone and hurt them with your words, and you can. And he's in his video, he said that's true, but he put in the adjunct that that only works if you let it work, and he's completely correct. It's like the monk, right? The monk's walking around and they're doing their walking meditation. If someone walks up and yells a name at them, they're not going to even take that on. So spells only work if you believe them. That's what a spell is. Only works if you believe it. That's where the power is. Power of a spell is in the belief. So if someone walks up to you and calls your name and you believe that, or you believe that their opinion matters, then it's going to hurt. If you don't believe that, then it's not going to hurt, because the thing is, if it's someone you don't know, why would you take that on? You don't even know this person, who they are, what their beliefs and ethics are. So why would you care? And if they're going to walk up and be mean, then you know one thing about them, and that's that they're not nice. So yeah, spells definitely work, but they really only work when we're in the machine and in the system and oblivious to what's going on, and we're just walking around bouncing off walls. Because then we're subject to all these different programs that just get thrown at us. But when we can step back and look and say, oh, okay, I'm in the world but not of it, then you can see people are just reacting and running programs. And if they're just reacting and running programs, then why would you take that on? So yeah, with spells, only cast nice spells, because spells do have effect and they are energy, but we can have shields and we can stop them affecting us. And I'm going to do some more videos on shielding. I've done a couple, but yeah, we all need to get our shields up at the moment. Both, well, all mentally, spiritually, and also physically. That there's, we know what's going on. So there's going to be some spiking happening soon. So yeah, build your shields, spells, cast good spells, and understand that you don't have to take on other people's words. You don't have to believe them. You can have a helicopter view and look at it from a different, higher perspective. And that's also what forgiveness is. It comes back to this forgiveness. If someone's mean to you and yell, they want to go up and throw rocks, and maybe not rocks, but mean words at you, understand that that's coming from a place of fear and a place of pain. They've gone through something. Humans are good, at our core. Left alone and taught the right things and in a good environment, we're good people. We're good. We're heart-centered. We are. So for people to be mean, they've gone through something bad. So understand that as well. And the way to make that better for everyone is forgiveness. And again, it's not I forgive you, you have sinned. That's religion. That's crap. Okay, this whole sin thing, it's crap. There are mistakes. That's it. It's not sin. We are not born. We don't need to repent. That's part of the programming to tell you that you're not powerful. But you are. You don't need to repent. You need to be the best person you can be, and you need to learn from your mistakes, and that's it. And everyone else does. So, everyone's just like you. Everyone's on a journey. Everyone's going to make mistakes. Everyone's going to stuff up. Everyone's going to do things wrong. But when we support them and we forgive them and we come from a place of empathy, they're going to get over that quickly and keep going. When we point the finger and laugh and throw words, if they take that on, they're going to, that's going to bring them down. And that of course has an effect on a much bigger scale, on the global consciousness. Every time that these little bits of energy, this hate and this blah, blah, blah is put out, it all goes into the collective. And this is how we build our collective perception of reality. And so if we're, look around, guys, clearly, collectively we've created this. So collectively we can change it. And a good place to start is forgiveness. So forgive yourself and forgive others. Just understand everyone's on their path. We're not perfect. We're not supposed to be perfect. If we were perfect, we wouldn't be here learning lessons. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed that one. Thank you for spending some time with me. Look inside yourself, because there is greatness in there. And I'll talk to you all on the next upload. Bye for now.